Well, as India looks very closely at its relationship with Canada, another country New Delhi is looking at very closely is the Maldives. And the issue of whether India is going to ultimately intervene in the Maldives, given the precarious political situation in the country, remains a top diplomatic issue. Well, joining us now, the former president of the Maldives, a man who's been in exile, Mohamed Nasheed, somebody who's spoken very strongly in the past and is considered a friend of India. Mr. Nasheed, thank you very much for speaking to us. You've spoken in the past about, the need for India to be involved in the Maldives now, given the situation that one sees on the island. What exactly are you talking about? Diplomatic action backed by Indian military force?
I have always been with the view that if we delay the situation, the present position in the Maldives will get entrenched, and it would be difficult for us to pull out from that situation. So I think it's very, very important that we act as quickly as possible.
What about the presence of China in the Indian Ocean region, and certainly in the Maldives as well, where there are lots of economic projects which Beijing has picked up? How might their presence sort of influence or impact the Maldives?
Well, our biggest worry is, sir, that a lot of our foreign debt is to a single country, China. More than 70% of our debt is to China. And this debt is made up mostly of Exim Bank finance and supplier credit. And also the projects of these debts are very inflated. The prices are very high. And it would be very difficult for us to pay it back. When countries are unable to pay back the debt, we are asked for equity, and in the process we relinquish sovereignty. So if we go down that line, it would be very, again, difficult for us to get out of it. So I think we see India as the net provider of security and safety in the Indian Ocean, and we would like that to remain as it is. So that is why I feel the urgency of it now.
So the government of the Maldives is also reaching out to countries like Saudi Arabia. So does India really hold all the cards in the Maldives as a net security provider? We were perhaps that in the past, but do you really think we still are?
Well, we are also in conversation with the Saudi government, and we hope that the Saudi government, the kingdom, would see the gravity of the issue and understand that reforms in the Maldives is absolutely necessary. And we hope to see that the Saudi government would be on the side of the people of the Maldives, and therefore try to impress upon President Yamin to make the situation more normal. What we are in now is not normal at all. As you know, President Yamin has arrested the whole of the opposition. President Yamin has also purged his own party. He has fell apart with his own brother. He has arrested President Mohamed Abdul Qayyum, the former president. He has also dismantled the Supreme Court, and he has got the Chief Justice in prison with other judges. He has got the military to occupy the parliament, and therefore the dictatorship that he is trying to consolidate is in a process where it will soon get very entrenched. Again and again, I would like to reach out to Saudi Arabia as well to let them understand the gravity of the issue. We would hope that the Saudi government, the Saudi kingdom, would be with the people of the Maldives.
So have you, just speaking about India, got any assurance that New Delhi will act? Have they said they will?
Well, my understanding of India is that it will act. And it will not see the Maldives go down the drain.
But what about a time period? Are you aware of any?
Well, I do not know of the strategic situation, so exactly the plans of how it might happen. But I think I cannot see how India will not act.
All right. Well, you cannot see a scenario where New Delhi will not act. That's an interesting remark there from the former president of the Maldives. New Delhi obviously watching the political situation on the islands very, very closely indeed.